Hey guys, my name is Avigat, and in this video I'll be writing a Java program to input a student's marks and then calculate the scholarship based on this table right here. So basically, if the student's marks are 90 or above, then there'll be a 50% scholarship applied. Otherwise, if the student's marks fall between 50 and 90, then there'll be a 25% scholarship applied. And lastly, if the student's marks are below 50, then there'll be no scholarship applied. And the base fees for all students will be 150,000. So the scholarship will be calculated based on that value. And the final output will be something like this. And I will be creating this program using switch statements. So let's start with the video. So over here I've already written the basic structure of every Java program. I started with import java.util.scanner, then I've written class and public static void main, followed by scanner s equals to new scanner, which is the line needed to gather input from the user. So the first thing I'm going to do is create my variables. So I'll write int. The first variable I will create is f, which is short for fees, and like I mentioned at the start, the fees is 150,000 for every student without any scholarship applied. So that will be the default value for fees. So I'll just write 150,000. The next variable I'll be creating is scholarship, so I'll just write s, and initially I'll give it a value of 0. And the third and final variable I'll be creating is called m, which is short for marks. Now I'll write my semicolon, and now I can write my print statement to gather input from the user. So system.out.println, and over here within the quotes I'll say enter your marks. Now I will store this marks value in this m variable over here. So I'll just say m is equal to sc.next int, because over here you can see that m is an integer variable. Okay, so now that our value has been stored in m, we can begin writing the switch cases. So first I'll start by writing the switch keyword, and over here I'll write the name of the expression. So over here the expression is going to be m divided by 10. Okay, so basically the logic behind m divided by 10 is whenever you divide any value by 10 in Java or any coding language for that matter, this basically extracts and deletes the number in the units place. So for example, if the value is, let's say, 98, then m mod 10 would extract and delete the last digit, so this will just become 9. And when we have a single digit, then we'll be able to write all the cases based on the singular digit. So I'll just write all the cases first, and then I'll explain the code once more with an example. Okay, so after writing the switch and the expression, I will write the curly braces, and here I'll start by writing the first case. So case, now if m divided by 10 is 9, then we know that the student has a score of 90 or above. So it can be either 90, 91, 92 up till 99. Okay, so if that's the case, then I'll say S, which is the scholarship, is equal to 150,000, which is the base fees. S is equal to 150,000 multiplied by 0.50, which is basically the same as 50%, because to write 50% is just 50 divided by 100, and that is equal to 0.50. So here I've written my first case. I'll just write break, indicating that this part of the program is over. Now I will write the case for the second part, which is in case the marks of the student is between 50 and 90. So I'll say case 5. So in case the tens place is 5, then the numbers can be 50, 51, 52 up till 59. And if that's the case, then I would give the student a 25% scholarship. So that is between 50 to 60. Then I will say case 6. So if m divided by 10 is 6, which means that if the value of marks is 60, 61, 62 up till 69, then the scholarship will again be 25%. Then I'll say case 7. So again, if m divided by 10 is equal to 7, then the values will be 71, 72, 73 up till 79. And lastly, I will do case 8, which means that if the value of m is either 80, 81, 82 up till 89, then again the value of the scholarship will be 25%. And so basically all these cases mean that if the value of marks is between 50 to 89, then the student will get a 25% scholarship. So now to calculate the value of the scholarship, similar to this, I will simply say S is equal to 150,000 multiplied by 0.25, which is basically 25%, because 25% is 25 divided by 100, semicolon, and I'll write break again. And if none of these cases match the value of m, which means that if the value of m is not between 50 and 99, then it automatically means that the student has scored below 50, which means that there would be no scholarship. So I'll just write default, which is the same as else, default colon, and over here I'll just say s is equal to 0 because the scholarship in this case would be nothing, and I'll write break. Okay, so right now you can see that here it's showing me an error, incompatible types, because over here I've added a decimal value and here I've mentioned that it's an integer. So to solve this issue, I will just make the fees and the scholarship variables into a double, so double, and I'll just paste it here, and yeah, so the problem is solved. So now our switch cases have been written. The next thing I'm going to do is add this scholarship value to the final f variable. So I'll just say f is equal to f minus s. Okay, so basically over here the final fees is going to be 150,000 minus whatever value has been calculated in the scholarship. So over here our value of fees has been calculated. I will simply write a print statement to display this final fees. So I'll just say system.out.println, and here I'll just say final fees is, and here I'll write plus f. So using this plus symbol, I've concatenated the string and this value for f, and here our program is complete. I just write a semicolon here, and here I'll just give you a small demonstration of this code so you can understand it a little better. So let's say over here the user has entered 67. So 67 falls between 50 and 89. So with this value there should be a 25% scholarship. So first in this switch case over here, I'm going to extract the last digit from this 67 value. So 67 divided by 10 would give me 6, because 7 is extracted, and now we're going to use the 6 value to determine which case it falls under. So obviously this case won't match this value because this is case 9, but because the value of m over here is 6, I will be executing this part of the program because over here case 6 is involved. So now that case 6 is here, I'll just calculate the scholarship, which is going to be 150,000 multiplied by 0.25%. So it's going to be 37,500. And now that this value of s has been calculated, I will move on to this part. So over here I'm calculating the final fees, which is simply 150,000 minus this scholarship value that we've calculated, so minus 37,500, and over here the value of f is going to be 112,500. So over here our final f value has been calculated, and here we're simply printing it out. So now that our program is over, I'll just compile this and I'll show you a demonstration of each case. Okay, so void main, enter your marks. First let me input something that's greater than 90. So I'll put 97. Here it shows me that the final fees is 75,000, which is half of 150,000, because if the fees is greater than 90, then there's going to be a 50% scholarship. Let me recompile this now. So void main, enter your marks. Now let me put something that's between 50 and 89. So let me put 54 for example, enter. Here it shows me that the final fees is 112,500, which is basically 150,000 minus 25%. Let me compile this one last time. This time I will enter a value that's below 50. So let me put 32 for example. Here it shows me that the final fees is 150,000 because there's no scholarship if the marks are below 50. So guys, yeah, that is all for this video. If you want the code, it will be available on my website, avigatgupta.com. So make sure you check it out if you want to. Other than that, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to answer them as soon as possible. And if you learned something new, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you later. Bye.